What is up, everybody? Here back with another YouTube video. In today's video, we're talking about a crazy weather pattern that's going to cause plenty of significant severe weather events in the next few days. Let's get right on into this video. Now, for the weather currently that's going on right now, we do have a bunch of storms currently occurring across portions of Wisconsin. In another round in Illinois right now, we have had some tornadoes across portions of Wisconsin that have moved through. A lot of those storms are starting to move into the Great Lakes, but we will have a continued tornado threat into portions of Michigan. And I do think we could get a ramped up tornado threat for portions of Chicago later into this evening, but that's basically what we were talking about, is a severe weather event right now going on in Wisconsin, Illinois, and Michigan. But now if we kind of go into the future of the weather here, we're going to have plenty of moisture coming in even to tomorrow, as we are going to have a continued severe weather threat tomorrow. And this is going to continue for many, many days, as we're going to see more moisture start to uplift on Sunday. Tons of Gulf moisture is going to head in from the Gulf and really promote a big warm sector across portions of the central U.S. and a bunch of instability, which could lead to severe weather, especially as we have had many days of severe weather that is now being issued for Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday across portions of this area. That's why we are going to be having this severe weather, is due to this big time moisture. And if we go to the convective available potential energy, there's plenty of it. We have plenty of instability to support thunderstorm development across these areas, and that's why we do have this risk of severe weather that's going to be occurring with plenty of instability. And if we already get into the day 2 risk, we already have a significant moderate risk of severe weather. This is 4 out of 5. I know the 3 is the enhanced, and that sounds bigger than the moderate, but just know the red is 4 out of 5 on the severe weather scale, and the orange is a 3 out of 5, and the yellow is a 2 out of 5 on the severe weather scale. And this is a pretty significant risk. Moderate risks are not issued that often. This is driven by wind, as we have a 45% significant risk for wind up to above 74 miles an hour. So a big time wind risk across parts of these regions that we are going to be talking about here. And if we go to the hail risk, we also have a significant risk. That black hatched area means significant risk for hail, with the highest probabilities in the red for a significant hail risk. And the tornado threat is also a 10 sig, which could potentially get upgraded to a 15 sig tomorrow. There's a lot of uncertainties on how the storm mode is going to be, if it's going to be a supercellular storm mode or if it's going to be a cluster of storms. That really is going to really determine if we are going to see more tornadoes or just a huge damaging wind and hail risk with this system. That's why they're a little uncertain right now, but we still do have a 10% significant risk for strong tornadoes in the yellow, and potentially the red areas could see some tornadoes there too with that. If we kind of look into some of the model data with this here, let's get to the 18Z. They may have a little bit of data with this. Let's try to get a zoomed in view on some of this weather here. So we will see a few storms start to develop around the 11 a.m. time frame, and that could really aid to our severe weather threat tomorrow. We have a first round of storms zooming through parts of Missouri that could be big time hailers and tornado producers, but it's really that they don't know. See how it's super clustery and big like that? That might not be as much of a tornado producer as if it's more of a supercellular, because the cap is going to be pretty weak out there, so these storms can get big and huge, and if they're big and huge like that, they'll have more of a damaging wind and hail threat and less of a tornado threat. We need smaller cells like these to really produce tornadoes like these two right there, to really produce the bigger tornadoes that we are looking for, especially like one of these right there that my cursor is over, to produce tornadoes. But man, we could see plenty of lines of storms. This is already at 7 p.m. tomorrow on Friday, with many rounds of storms potentially forming and bringing this significant severe weather risk for portions of these areas that I am pretty concerned about for severe weather. Now, this is not the only severe weather threat that we are going to see tomorrow. We're going to see a really big continued severe weather threat, and if we go to this, like I was just showing you, that moisture is going to really plume in there on Sunday, Monday, into Tuesday from the Gulf, and that's going to be aided with plenty of instability to really bring a destabilized and significant atmosphere that could bring some potential severe weather risk in these areas. And the SPC is already looking at that, and they're highlighting a severe weather risk. We already had the first one for day 4, which a 15% slight risk of severe weather. This does include portions of Colorado, Kansas, and the extreme southern portions of Nebraska, into portions of Oklahoma and Texas regions, including the border of Oklahoma City under this severe weather threat for Sunday on day 4's outlook. Now, this is going to continue as we are going to have another day 5 outlook too, and this is going to be for portions of Oklahoma, including Oklahoma City, Tulsa, Kansas City, into Topeka, is all in this, and portions of Nebraska, Missouri, Oklahoma, Texas, into Kansas. Now, all these severe weather threats, we are still really too far out to really get into details on how significant it's going to be, and what the hazards are going to be. Now, I do think that a lot of these risks are going to bring all hazards. I do think this could bring tornadoes, damaging winds, and large hail with this. We're just too far to really get into the details yet, but once we get closer, we will start to confine those details and really see what the potential impacts of this storm could be. Now, if we get into the day 6 outlook, we have another outlook here. So 3 different days of severe weather outlooks with a 15% risk, which could be upgraded in future outlooks, which we get more confidence and more certainty on how significant the risk is going to be. But for Tuesday, we also have another risk of severe weather for portions of St. Louis, Missouri, into portions of Illinois. Kansas City is all under this. Little Rock, Arkansas, into portions of Texas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Kansas, Missouri, and Illinois areas. Now, some of them also have been hinting at the trough being a little bit faster, so that would mean a lot of these areas would be in Monday's threat, and then the Tuesday threat being a little bit further south. We'll see if that continues. They might make updates in the next few outlooks, but we'll see what happens. But right now, these are the different risk areas, so start getting prepared now if you are in those yellow areas in the future for severe weather that could be upcoming from Sunday through Tuesday. Severe weather. Alright, for some reason my webcam is not working right now. It just turned off all of a sudden. But I hope everybody did enjoy this video. The main thing we've been talking about over the next few days is a significant uptick in the severe weather pattern. It's going to be pretty significant. We're also going to see more cold weather start to get into portions of the central and eastern U.S., more like below average weather. So severe weather is going to be absolutely significant over the next few days or so. Stay prepared and be ready, and make sure to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel for more severe weather updates so you are prepared whenever the weather hits. Hope you guys enjoy this video, and bye everybody.